Hello friends, myself Professor Shantaya Gurmat, Department of Botany, MGVC Arts, Commerce and Science College, Mudde, Bihar, Karnataka State. Friends, today's class we discuss about part 6 terrace. Structure of terrace. The main plant body is differentiated into root, rhizome, stem and leaves. First we discuss about root. The primary root is ephemeral and is replaced by a large number of adventitious roots developed all over the surface of the rhizome. Then rhizome. The rhizome or stem may be creeping or erect, which may or may not show branching. The rhizome is differentiated into nodes and internodes, and its entire surface is covered by the scales. The growing point of rhizome is covered with ramenta. Then leaf. The leaves are borne on the surface, on the upper surface of the rhizome. When young, the leaves are spiral coiled and show circinate vernation. That is typical true ferns. The leaves are unipinnately or multipinnately compound or decompound with a long rachis. Then pinnae. Pinnae are small near the base as well as towards the apex, while they are large towards the middle. The pinnae are very often coriaceous. All leaves are fertile, bearing sori along the ventral margin of pinna, except the apices of the segments. Then we discuss about the reproduction. Terrace reproduces by means of spores. The terrace is a homosporous fern. The sorus of terrace is called Caenosaurus. Caenosauria are marginal borne continuously on a fascicular commissure connected with vein ends. The sporangia of terrace form a continuous linear sorus along the margin, hence the individuality of sora is lost. The Caenosauria are protected by the reflexed margin of the pinnae. Sora are mixed type intermingled with many sterile hairs in between the sporangia. Mature sporangium has a long stalk that terminates in a capsule. A thick-walled vertical annulus incompletely overarches the sporangium. A thin-walled, radially arranged stomium. A large parenchymatous cells with undulated walls. The capsule contains many spores. All spores are structurally and functionally alike. Hence, terrace is homosporous pteridophyte. Spores are triangular in shape with trilate appear. True, bounded by two walls, the outer wall exine and inner variously ornamented. The sporangium dehisces transversely along the stomium due to the shrinkage of annular cells. Then gametophyte. The spores germinate after falling on a suitable substratum. Initially, the spore wall exine ruptures and the inner contents come out in the form of a germ tube, and subsequently by a transverse division in the form of a germ tube and transverse division in the germ tube forms the first rhizoid and the first prothallel cell. The prothallel cell divides to form a small filament having an apical terminal cell with two cutting faces. The prothallus is made up of parenchymatous cells which are single celled thick towards the margin and many celled thick towards the center. The growing point are located in the apical notch. Rhizoids are formed over the ventral surface. Then sex organs. The first one is archegonium. A mature archegonium of terrace consists of 5 to 6 celled projecting cord neck canal cell and an egg cell. Then entheridium. The primary endogonal cell divides repeatedly to form 20 to 25 endocytes, and eventually each endocyte metamorphoses to form a multiflagellate coiled enterocyte. Then fertilization. The entheridium at maturity absorbs water and swells. Due to the increase in the pressure within the entheridium, the cover cells split apart, releasing the enterocytes in a thin film of water present on the surface of the prothallus. At the same time, the ventral canal cell, the neck canal cell, and the neck cells at the top disintegrate, forming an open passage for the enterocytes to come towards the egg, and eventually one of the enterocyte fuses with the egg to form the zygote. Okay, thank you friends. This is about the teres. We meet in the next video.